Well, good morning, everyone. Happy pre-Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate this holiday that will be upon us tomorrow. And I'm very grateful for you. And today I'm going to be talking about moving from stress addiction towards courage to enjoy your life. So I think we don't often think of ourselves as being addicted to stress. Stress is easy. It's like easy to be stressed out. I mean, it's like what's expected, actually. You know, like how many times have you asked somebody, how are you? And they say, I'm busy, or I have so much to do. Or I know you say it too, you know, how are you? And the first thing that sort of wants to bubble out of your mouth is, it's either that pat, like disconnected response of, I'm okay, I'm fine, great, or whatever it is that you normally say. Or many of us tend to answer negatively, like, oh, you know, I'm just getting over a cold, or, you know, I've got so much to do, or, you know, life, like it's so much to handle. And so most of us suffer from being under chronic stress. If you're like most human beings, you have at least most Western human beings, your nervous system is chronically activated. And we are perceiving life a lot of the times through this lens of, you know, something bad might happen, something's going to go wrong. Or, oh, I have all of these things to do and I don't want to do them. So the predominant sort of emotional currents that many of us experience on a day-to-day basis are like anxiety, dread, irritation. Like, you ever feel like you're just irritated and like the littlest thing or noise just makes you like want to scream? That's an indication that your nervous system is overloaded, because we weren't designed to be going and going and doing and going all of the freaking time. We're actually human beings. We're not human doings. And we weren't designed to simply like get through the day. And so many of us just, we feel there's like a bereft emptiness, this like feeling that comes when we're just getting things done to maybe check them off the list, or like moving through life in sort of a trance, waiting to get somewhere else, waiting to get to the promised land where we can finally, like, I don't know why that came to me, but I think I know why that came to me, and I'll share that in a moment. But why that, and then in the midst of all of that, we're never getting fed here. We're getting sick, you know, our relationships are crumbling, we're staying in jobs that don't suit us, that we're not passionate about, so that we can get the bills paid. You know, we feel stuck in our life. And so, how do we shift out of that? And I think a big key to that is something that I mentioned in the title of the talk, was courage. I think I said courage. I hope I did. If not, I'm going to go back and change that. Because to enjoy our life takes courage. Check that out. You see, most of us are waiting for the right opportunity. I don't know, maybe like we used to think, well, when I retire, I'll really have time to enjoy my life. Like by that time, it's like, you know, so many people retire and they fall apart. You know what I mean? I can think of a couple of people right now, one woman that I work with who, you know, is just like, she's retired and she doesn't have any like big responsibilities, and she's miserable, you know, and she's working her way through that. But it's because she's not connected anymore at all to a purpose or meaning in her life. And so it's really not about finding that place in the future when things are going to get easier and then I can finally enjoy my life. It's actually right now deciding, making the courageous choice to enjoy your life. Like, I was listening to a talk this morning, and the person giving the talk was talking about, I think it's a quote from scripture, from the Bible, saying that, you know, he made me, meaning God, and whether this is not at all about God, but kind of is, I guess, depending on what your orientation is in your faith or your spirituality. But most of you would consider yourselves like spiritual. And so you'll understand, like, this quote, something about he made me lie down in green pasture. And there's the word made, right? Because most of us are not inclined naturally to go lie down in the green pasture. We have to intend it. We have to shift our awareness out of what's wrong and into, okay, well, let me see how I can start to bring more joy into my life. Like, what if I intentionally approach today, for example? What if you intentionally approach today from the standpoint of like, what could I do that would bring me pleasure? And I've talked about this before, but I think it's so important. How could I be in this situation from a place of like enjoying it rather than trying to get through it? And that simple question, that simple inquiry can help you drop in to this place of like, not waiting anymore for a moment to enjoy, but simply being and looking for the good and taking that in. And it's not always easy. As a matter of fact, it's often not easy. Like in my yin classes, I talk about this all the time. Because we get our bodies still and we start to breathe, but on the inside, we're anything but still. On the inside, we're feeling all of that residue of stress. That a lot of it comes from that negative core belief that I'm not enough. And so we actually have to feel that and breathe with it and then start to tune into something that's resourceful and something that we enjoy. Maybe it's the sound of the music. This is in my classes. Like, it might be the music that's you sense that you're enjoying, or it might be the feeling of the ground beneath you. It might be the look of the yellow flowers beside me. And as you look at your day today, can you start to sense like, a good inquiry for you, actually, for all of us to do, and it's something that I have all of my clients do and that I do myself, and I'm going to share a little example with you in a moment of this in my life, but is to start to like think about like, well, like when you were a kid, you just did things because you like to do them, and if you have kids, you know that this is how they are. They just do things because it feels good and they like to do it. They're buoyant in their joy, like they have a joy, their reservoir of joy, hopefully, is full. And so they're able to be in life with just more presence and more energy and more gratitude. My kids often will just spontaneously share, like, thank you with me. Like, they're so grateful. And it's not because they're trying, it's just because they're resourced, they're replenished, and they have, like, this is the lens with which they view life. When we're enjoying our life, when we have fun, when we play, and I think about this holiday too, like a lot of us will be, with family, with friends, and there's going to be opportunities for play. You know what I mean? Whether it be like football or like soccer, or I don't know what your family does, but if you hang out with family, there's opportunity in taking a walk. There's opportunities for play. Now, if you can get out of your head about it, and like kind of put your to-dos and your comparisons and your sense of unworthiness on hold, and you can actually engage in some of those things with, joy, like, and listen to this, this is key, let yourself enjoy it. So often we hold back on enjoying things because we feel like we're not ready or we're not good enough to enjoy it, or, well, I'll enjoy that when I get all of this stuff done. And none of that stuff ever gets done. So you're suspending your happiness, you're keeping your joy on hold. How about instead you plan for play? You like put it in your calendar, I don't know. So like yesterday, for example, I was introduced to this concept years and years ago when I started working with an amazing healer and just an amazing human being, Julian Walker, who's here in Santa Monica. Actually, if you don't know of him, you should check him out. His yoga classes are transformational, and he does body work that will blow your mind. And I remember he first introduced me to this concept of resourcing and saying, like, you know, what do you do to feel good? And I'm like, what do you mean? Huh? And basically he was like, you know, he was introducing me to this idea of play, like having time where you feel like your only intention is to enjoy it, or your only intention is to be nourished or comforted by it. There's no agenda, there's no like outcome necessarily. It's all about the process. And this actually kicks in our oxytocin levels. It brings in like the feel-good chemicals in our body when we let ourselves enjoy things. And again, I like that let. You need to let yourself enjoy it. You assume, rightfully, that you are worthy of enjoying things. And so from this, I created a list, actually, a playlist, and I have all of my clients make a playlist too, my clients that work with me in my my 3 and 6 month programs. And then I have them engage in those activities every week, and as a way to increase, cultivate joy and vitality and ease and a sense of like loving life, which improves every aspect of our life. And so one of the things on my playlist, and I will do another shameless plug for my self-love toolkit, because this is included in the self-love mini course. It's a 7-week mini course that's available in the self-love toolkit, which I've sold. I've started selling already, and so I'm super stoked about it. If this contains within it all of the supplies that go with the art journaling component of my 6-week virtual self-love mini course. That's part of the self-love toolkit. It comes wrapped like this. Shipping is included from Friday, Black Friday, to Monday, November 28th. It's only $59, and it includes a 30-minute private coaching session with me. So, like, why not? You know, I mean, it's a pretty awesome deal. I'll leave a link for that in the notes above this video after I'm done with it. But anyway, so yesterday, Myron and I, my husband, we went to the library, and one of the things that I love to do is read. And you know, I read a lot for my work. You know, I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader because I'm passionate about what I do. But I also, it's important for me to fill up my enjoyment tank, to read things that are just like fiction or fun, or so I picked this up from the library. It's Joan Didion's Where I Was From, and it's a Joan Didion I haven't read yet, and I love her. And I was just totally like eating it up last night before bed. But and I will take time. I'll actually set my timer, and all I do until the timer goes off is read. I don't like check my phone. I don't do anything else. I just give myself that time to do something I really enjoy. And that's a practice that I let myself do, and I take very seriously, because I know it just, it allows me to enjoy my life more. And rather than searching for what I don't have, it helps me see what I do have. You know, it reminds me of that song, you know, love the one you're with. If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Well, I think like the one that you are with is the one you need to love, because they're in your life for a reason. Like, check that out. What if you could just let yourself enjoy the people in your life tomorrow and today? Like, really enjoy them. They're imperfect just like you. They got their issues just like you. But what if you could just have fun with them and not make it about anything else? So I hope this serves you today. I won't be here tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. We're going to be on the road, and there's not very good cell reception. I'll be back live to you guys on Saturday, probably to check in and say hi, and send you guys so much love and many blessings. I'm so thankful for you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Give me a thumbs up or share this, please, if it served you. That would be awesome. And I will see you soon. Namaste. Love you.